While venturing across the capital wasteland, players of Fallout 3 can tune into several different radio stations to liven up their otherwise bleak and desolate surroundings. From the patriotic propaganda-spewing Enclave radio to the sweet classical sonnets of Agatha's station, assuming you completed her quest, there's no shortage of musical options for those traveling the ruins of Washington, D.C. The most popular among these radio stations, however, is GNR, Galaxy News Radio, run by the immortal voice of Three Dog, the game's main radio DJ. Most fans already know at this point, but should you choose to be a bit naughty and kill Three Dog, that he will be replaced not long after by GNR's lead technician, Margaret. Regrettably, she does not have the same level of flair and charisma as Three Dog once had, and even seems to dislike her new role as the station's DJ. She will also never appear in-game, meaning that players who get sick of her are unfortunately stuck with her for the rest of their playthrough. What most players do not know, however, is that under certain circumstances, Galaxy News Radio can become a number station, which are real-world shortwave radio stations that primarily broadcast strings of formatted numbers and Morse code. Many theorize that these messages are used in intelligence operations, and perhaps even used with relation to nuclear weapon control networks. While no one is really sure which actions specifically are needed in order to hear the number station in-game, killing Three Dog is one of the primary steps, as no one who has reported hearing the broadcast has been able to do so while he is still alive. Players who succeed in tuning in also claim that you must skip over the Galaxy News Radio quest, wherein you help Three Dog to increase the broadcast signal of the station in order to reach outside of the DC metro area. A simple requirement, as players with a high enough speech skill are able to bypass this quest entirely, and meta players can even just look up where to go next in the story. Lastly, you must have gotten far enough in the game to be able to destroy Raven Rock, the Enclave's primary operation outpost in the region, this specifically being the trigger to turn GNR into a number station, remaining as such for the rest of the playthrough. However, the vast majority of players who have completed these three requirements still report that the number station does not activate for them, meaning that there must be more steps to accessing this broadcast that the community does not yet know about. If you've been able to access the Fallout 3 number station, let me know down in the comments what steps you took to get there. If you're lucky enough to have hit upon the right set of circumstances, just after destroying Raven Rock, you will get the message, radio signal lost, and a few seconds later, radio signal found. You cannot, however, actually listen to the number station just yet, because you didn't boost the signal and therefore are outside the range of the broadcast while in front of the exit to Raven Rock. Luckily, Raven Rock is situated in the mountains and is right near one of the few places outside DC where you can get high enough to catch the signal. So far, the confirmed locations to hear the GNR number signal are: first, within the immediate DC area, as this is the normal broadcast range for traditional GNR broadcasts. Second, at the top of the Ferris wheel in Point Lookout. Third, at the top of some of the northwestern SATCOM array satellites. Fourth, on the roof of Tenpenny Tower. However, this may already be within normal GNR broadcast range. 5. On the highest point of the broken bridge near Arafu. May also, however, be within normal broadcasting range. 6. The most accessible location, on top of some of the highest mountains near Raven Rock. Once you've caught the broadcast signal, you can hear the familiar voice of Three Dog over the airwaves, despite the fact that you had killed him earlier in the game. You'll quickly realize, however, that something seems off, as Three Dog doesn't seem to be in character, meaning that I guess the person speaking is actually Three Dog's voice actor, Eric Dellums. As you listen, you can hear him reading off a set of numbers in a downtrodden, monotone voice. Specifically, he is reciting single numbers between 9 and 12 characters in length, such as 9, 3, 7, 9, 1, 7, 2, 0, 3, 4. He never seems to use multi-digit numbers like 11 or 40. These numbers are then followed by widely varying lengths of Morse code, which itself is then followed by "I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire" by the Ink Spots. All other tracks from the main game seemingly inactive on this new number station. The Morse code was the easiest part of the mystery to crack, as many players have access to tools and guides for decoding it, and some even know it by heart. Together, the community was able to quickly translate a number of the coded messages into English. Some sounded completely mundane, and even comical, such as, "Wash the car today. Maybe Chinese for dinner." Or, "Have you watched my YouTube video yet? I uploaded myself kicking bums in the nuts." Of course, YouTube doesn't exist in the Fallout universe. This could only mean that all of the messages would have to have had been based in reality somewhere near the present day. Other messages, however, seem to be quite sinister, such as, "The Queen has died today. The world mourns, as on days like these, we are all Brits." Or, "I can't believe they've actually done it. Not long left. The noise. I can't take the noise anymore. I have a pistol in the attic." Recently, a player on the Nukipedia forum noticed a specific documented broadcast that brought to light new meaning to the coded messages. He was reading a thread that collected all known messages transponded from Morse to English and saw the line 1, 2, 0, 5, 5, 2, 8, 2, 0, 1, 0. "What are you talking about? You'll be missed." He realized this referred to the death of actor Gary Coleman, and then quickly realized the numbers were the actual time and date of death. He immediately scanned through the messages to try to find more examples of this apparent future telling by a game from 2008. The next message he read shocked him and pushed him to enlist the aid of others to decipher the codes. The message was 9, 4, 5, 4, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0. Accident in the Gulf. Several dead. Oil spill apparently averted. He realized that this was the BP oil explosion and the erroneous Day 1 assessment that the well was not leaking. Numerous members of the Nukipedia message board began looking into the messages to see what else they could learn. They quickly found that most of the dates were after the game had been released, yet oddly, some were from much earlier. 22/15, April 15th, 1865. He's dead, and blame will probably be placed on that actor, Booth. Johnson better not cheat me out of my payment. This shed new doubt on the official version of the Lincoln assassination. As the community quickly started piling up interpretations of the messages, the mods of the site summarily banned everyone who had posted in or even read the thread. All references of the number station was removed from Nukipedia, and filtering software was put in place to prevent reposting of any relevant information. A few people, however, were trading emails and slowly finishing the translation of the remaining messages and put dates to the existing ones. The Queen has died today. The world mourns, as on days like these, we are all Brits. 4/2, September 8th, 2022. Have you watched my YouTube video yet? I uploaded myself kicking bums in the nuts. 24/16, December 24th, 2012. I can't believe Britney actually won an Oscar. 21:33, February 27th, 2023. I can't believe they've actually done it. Not long left. They were warned, but They just had to keep pushing the boundaries of science. The noise. I can't take the noise anymore. And the light. Dear God. The universe is slowly unraveling around us, and I'm not gonna wait for death. I have a pistol in the attic. This is actually the only message not preceded by a string of numbers. It may be worth noting that the latest date on any of the messages is 1/27, July 16th, 2027.